the job they do there. And that's still a work in progress as well. We'll be there for their final event of the year, Carlos Schwartz Dirt Track World Championship in October, the 16th and 17th, 100K to win. Again, we'll be back here in Iowa the next 2 nights, obviously. And then for the Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals, what do you think about 4 wide? Should we leave it to the, I guess he's the lieutenant governor of Iowa now, right?
DJ?
Yeah.
He's not going to do it. I tell you what, let's do it right here.
You go right ahead.
Race fans, the 33rd time in 2026, the stars and cars of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series presented by Flow Racing coming at you with their salute to you, 4 wide. I feel like there's going to be some pyrotechnics coming our way, James.
We saw enough of those at Wheeling last weekend twice.
I would keep my eyes off turn 3.
There you go, right there. That's it?
Nah, we got a little bit more coming.
Okay, all right.
We got to make sure we're good to go.
Now, that is not smoke from, hey, Ben. Thanks, Tiffany. That's not smoke from Canada. That's just from the fireworks, right?
That was more of a turn 3. DJ forgot to light the rest of them. DJ!
It's not Tony Stewart either.
It's not. DJ, I think you forgot to light them all, buddy.
Patience, my friend. It's a 4-day show here. You might keep your eyes on Victory Lane when the winner goes across the stripe, and you might keep your eyes on the banners on each side of Victory Lane during the interview.
We might have brought the Ring of Fire.
Yeah, we had 2 Roman candles there. We'll see what we've got in Victory Lane when this one's over. So, no, man, it's going to be.
Hey, it's been fun, guys, and we'll do it all again tomorrow night. Passing point heat races, 2,000 to win each heat. And in Saturday night, the Silver Dollar Nationals, brought to you by Malvern Bank and all the great sponsors. Albert Custom Homes will run through those tomorrow night.
Yep. All right, well, forming them up here as 2x2, 14 rows deep back through the field. James, we talked about it. 10 winners in 32 events this year, 32 feature events. And we talked about that steering buddy, dark horse. Nobody on the front row is eligible for it, but Brian Shirley inside of row 2 is. And then you got to go back to Justin Duty outside of row 4. Lights are out on the Speedway, buddy. This is how we're going to kick things off. The 16th annual Al Belt Custom Home Silver Dollar Nationals weekend tonight. The Malvern Bank Go 50.
50 laps, 15,000 to win. They're going to start them at turn number 4, the East Door and Holligan Green Start Zone. Devin Moran and Ryan Gustin will lead them to the green flag here in Shelby County, Ben.
Devin Moran heads to the low side down in 1 and 2. Gustin heads up top. Shirley down low as well, down the back straightaway. It's Devin Moran leading the way, but here comes Gustin, a big run on the top side. Who is going to lead lap number 1 off turn number 4 tonight in Shelby County? Drag race back to the line. How about Ryan Gustin, lap 1 to the top?
Well, you know Gus is going to run the top and make it work as he goes down the back straightaway with the lead. Miranda second. Brian Shirley runs into third spot. Hoffman in the top. Here comes B-Shep. So Ryan Gustin, Todd Cooney Motorsports, from about an hour and a half away in Des Moines, Iowa, the home base for that team, out in front here at Shelby County.
Well, we thought early in the night the bottom was going to be good in the heats, and it was a little too good. We thought the top might be really good in the feature. I think the racetrack's going to start to equalize as the feature goes on, but right now it is really good, and Devin Moran's moved from the bottom to the top. He sits in second. Nick Hoffman sets his sights on him. He rides back in third. Brian Shirley fourth. Brandon Shepard in fifth. Ryan Gustin, 4 wins on the year. He's won at Paragon. He's won at Brownstown Bullring in Illinois, Farmington Empire Speedway in Missouri, and Mississippi Thunder Speedway. And right now he leads the way in the 19R. Last time by, his advantage was 1.4 seconds over Devin Moran with Nick Hoffman back in third.
I don't think Max Blair's going to leave the bottom, right? He's not right now in position number 6.
Well, he's going to have to because Marlar just went inside of him.
Yeah, Mike Marlar took a peek there, and he gets around him. They go down the back straightaway. Blair about a back. But right now, it's Gustin, Moran, Hoffman, Shirley, Shepard, your top 5 here in Shelby County.
These guys are setting a red-hot pace early in this one. Top 3, 4, 5, all around the top side of the racetrack. Kick it back to Marlar. He rides in 6th. On your screen, the 157, trying to make the low side of that racetrack work. Now he'll go to the top, down in 3 and 4. They're pushing that cushion higher and higher right now. And it's Ryan Gustin who's going to have to start thinking about lap traffic as we work lap 8 of this 50-lap affair, because he's closing in on the back of the pack, and they're 2 and 3 wide in front of him.
Yeah, all 28 starters still out there as they head down the main straightaway. 7 laps in the record books. You see the battle back there, right there. It's the pair of Illini veterans, Brian Shirley and Brandon Shepard. That is for 4th and 5th. Overton has moved into 10th. Right now, Ryan Gustin is led from the start of the 19R.
9 laps in the books, working lap 10. Lap traffic now a reality as Hoffman goes to the inside of Devin Moran for position number 2. Ryan Gustin tiptoeing. Where do you go if you're Gustin? You don't want to go 3 wide this early, do you? He doesn't have to. He goes around Carson Ferguson, puts him down a lap. The lead, 1.1 seconds over Devin Moran.
10 laps in the books down the back straightaway. Out of this one is the 18 of Chase Younghans. Going into turn number 3 off of 4. There you see Devin Moran in second. Nick Hoffman trails him. Hoffman led the most laps on Tuesday night at Adams County. Came home in the 3rd spot. Barely edging out Brian Shirley, but Reed Mile. Heavy traffic into turn number 3 for your leaders. Gustin on top. Devin Moran to the bottom out of turn 4, Ben.
Yeah, if you're Ryan Gustin, you got to make some moves somewhere that isn't the top because you're right there on Dan Ebert. You got to think if they clear Kosiski, and they will, it's not going to matter. The Hellraiser Jack's caution is out. And we got one upside down at the top of turn number 3 and trying to... Yeah, that's going to be Clay's. No, that's going to be one Skyline. That's Tyler Bruning, actually. Looks like the 16 Skyline Motorsports entry, and he is on his roof. We saw Bill Layton last night get upside down out of 2, and I believe that's Tyler Bruning upside down. And getting confirmation, waiting on the driver over there as race car landed upside down. And, man, you see the way you see the left rear on that race car, the way it's been out. You don't know if that happened from the concrete. Did something break getting into the corner? But, James, I did not see it. Did you, sir?
No, sir. We'll check the
you can see the
eCentralSports.com drone to see exactly. Yes, Ryan Gustin will be your leader with 12 laps complete as we are under a red flag.
Well, the banners tell a story up there, and you got one of the catch fence poles that's kind of bent backwards. You see some of the catch fence down. Yep. Okay. So, update down there, play again. Tyler Bruning is okay down there. They are going to flip the car over so he can get out of it. So, as soon as we get that car turned over and check on Bruning, we will see what we may have from that. It happened back in the pack, and Dustin Jarrett, I don't know if you saw anything either.
No, I did not, Ben Shelton, unfortunately. I saw the caution lights come on, and when I looked up, the 16 was upside down. Guys, they are going to flip this car back over, and you may have mentioned this. I was making my way down here. They're going to flip this car back over on all 4s before he gets out of it, and that is per Tyler Bruning's request. So he's down there in that race car, and you know how tight these things are to get in and out of. So Tyler's a pretty decent-sized guy, as you guys know. He's requested they flip this race car over so that he can get out of the race car.
All right, well, thank you very much, Dustin Jarrett. Down in turn 3, I understand momentarily we'll have a couple of replays what happened. And
the Jumbotron at the racetrack, as you see, going into turn 3.
Oh, wow, man. He shot up the racetrack. It's like contact with somebody, and you saw him go head on into that catch fence, and I think we're going to have a slow-mo version.
He had some
Here's
couple
low
of
angle.
rough. Oh, wow.
Man.
Couple of rough wrecks down in Georgia, Florida speed weeks, and he had the.
Gosh, man, I'm glad Bronson was able to miss him there.
So we will take him back on all 4s here.
Tiffany, I know we can't. Can we roll those 2 angles back momentarily? I'd like to see those again to see who he may have made contact with. It looked like somebody down low. Not sure if that was Chris Madden or not, as Bruning's car's being flipped over down there. Dustin Jarrett on the scene, and we'll see in a little bit if we can get an interview. But, man, hard contact. All right, we're going to go slow motion again now. If we start with the overhead shot, it's going to be the upper right portion of your screen. All right. You see him coming out of down the back straightaway, off into turn 3, and was that Madden perhaps? Looks like he and Bruning crossed up. And it shoots Bruning up the racetrack, and you see Bruning hit the catch fence, and then from Landon Summers down there, bottom of turn number 3, and at that point you see him shot up the racetrack, and catch fence catches him and tips him over. And again, man, very thankful Bronson was able to miss him. Wow. So, race car's doing his job. Yeah, Dustin Jarrett, take it away.
Yeah, we'll grab a word with him here in just a second, but it will be a second. I just talked to Series Director Rick Schwally, and one thing to note, let's not forget that he had that back issue earlier in the year, Ben. Yep. You alluded to the hard accidents that he had down at Golden Isles and at Florida Georgia Speed Week. So with those things in mind, again, he was the one that requested them to roll this race car back over, and they are going to take their time getting him out of this race car. We will try to grab a word with him, but it will be a few minutes minutes because they are going to take his time or take their time with him, given the injuries he had earlier in the year.
Yeah, glad to see him moving around the race car, taking his time. Well, we're gonna step away real quick, give him time to get out of the race car. When we come back, we'll try to get an update with Bruning, and 12 laps down, 50 to go. The Malvern Bank Go 50 from Shelby County Speedway. You're watching it on Flow Racing.
Well, back here at Shelby County Speedway, Tyler Bruning is out of the race car, and he's bumped up down here, guys. He's a little bit woozy down here. We're going to see if he's okay. We'll probably decline the interview, though, because he took his time getting out of this race car. He's walking down here talking to safety officials now. I know you well enough to know that you got bumped pretty good there, Tyler. What happened and how are you?
The track's just so one lane that me and Huddy and a couple other guys were trying to run the top, and I kept catching Madden right in the middle of the straightaways, and so I was trying to time my run to get a full speed run on the top, and I got a good run off of 2. Obviously, I haven't seen any replay or anything. I don't know if I got into Chris or if he got into me or if he was trying to get to the bottom, and I know Chris well enough. He wasn't trying to do nothing like that, so it was just a racing deal, I think, from what I saw in my perspective. I just got turned in the wrong spot and head on into the wall.
So, you okay, man?
Yeah, I'm okay. It probably looked worse than it felt, and I've been in ones that weren't so bad that felt worse. So we'll be all right.
All right, hey, let those guys check you out, man. All right, how about it, Shelby County? Give a round of applause to Tyler Bruning, who's hopped out of that race car. We're quickly, hey, let's impromptu. Let's grab a word with your race leader, Ryan Gustin down here. Hey, were you excited to see that caution flag given all the lap traffic that you were starting to make your way around or having to deal with?
Yeah, it was like a log jam up there for sure. I'm just trying to keep the wheels spin down as much as I can. There's still 38 laps left. I'm sure it's going to migrate off the top here at some point. So we'll just have to keep our eyes on our signal guy and see if we can't get us one here.
All right, Ryan Gustin, there you heard it right there from the race leader, guys. They've got Tyler Bruning down here. They're going to check him out. They're going to get his car off the racetrack as well. And I tell you what, producer Tiffany, that's all going to take a minute or two. So let's step aside for one more set of commercial breaks. When we come back, we'll have the conclusion of the Malvern Bank Go 50 here at Shelby County Speedway.
Tyler Bruning's car being cleared from the racetrack. You see massive damage on that AK race car. Not sure if they got the Longhorn on the top of the trailer or not, so not sure what Bruning will be tomorrow, but I'd say we're probably not going to see that one back tomorrow. A lot of damage. Just have to get back to the pit area. Zeb and the crew will take a look at it. But the important thing is the race car, the safety equipment, it all did its job. And now we catch our breath, James, and we reset. 12 down, 50 to go, and these drivers have had time to sit out there. And, you know, you got to wonder, do they worry about tires sealing over? Do they worry about air pressures? What are they worrying? And Gustin's right, man. This thing's fast. It's going to be on the top, but I got to think probably by the midway point, you're going to start seeing some guys move around. We already saw Marlar trying to work that low groove, and lap traffic, the great equalizer. A lot of storylines still to play out in this one. 38 laps, an eternity at this third mile.
Yeah, the catch fence held up really well as well. We hope we never had to use that, but it did its job up there. And so Bruning, he will be, I believe, well, Younghans is out of the race. He will finish 28th here tonight. And then Bruning will finish 27th. There's Ryan Gustin, getting his lone Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win. Was at East Bay. It was a 7,000 win rate, right?
I believe so.
Right, but yes.
You remember who else won that week? Got his first win.
Was that a winger?
That was an Ashton Winger. That was the famous tattoo or piercing win that you got night.
I forgot about that.
They won at East Bay, if I'm not mistaken, on back-to-back nights down there.
Yes, they did. Ryan Gustin, Devin Moran, Nick Hoffman, Brian Shirley, Brandon Shepard, your top five. Then it's Marlar, Blair, Duty, Herb, and Brandon Smith. Right now, your Hoker Trucking hard charger of this race, I believe, is Josh Rice. Am I correct? Josh Rice up 10 spots, 24th to 14th here in the running order. So there you see the 16. Boy, Zeb, he's had a lot of work to do the first few months of this year.
Well, and then they, and again, Dallin Murdy, man, hard contact last week at Wheat when they debut a new AK race car tonight. There's Josh Rice, your Hoker Trucking hard charger. Will be great back in the great state of Iowa with the Flow Racing Night in America in August. Little mini Iowa Speed Week. World of Outlaws are going to bookend it at Maquoketa, or going to wrap it up at Maquoketa, but we'll go to Marshalltown and Mason City. And Jeff Hoker in the game. They put together a little points fund for that deal. And Jeff Hoker, a great supporter of racing across the board, including the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Flow Night in America, and your leader right now, Ryan Gustin, in that 19R.
You think Rice will be ready for Florence? I'm just going to say.
I think he's ready to go back to Florence or Wheatland. It's one of the two. I mean, he loves them both a lot right now.
I think he's ready to go back racing here after moving up 10 spots in the first 12 laps of this race, guys.
All right, 38 to go. Delaware double file. Moran will pick the bottom on Hoffman. Then it's Shirley, Shepard, Marlar, Blair, Duty, Dennis Herb, Brandon Smith, O'Neill, Overton, Madden. Right now, Brandon Shepard came in 70 points ahead. Again, there'll be no points tomorrow night. Of course, points for Saturday night's 16th annual Malvern Bank Al Belt Custom Homes. Thanks to everybody involved in that. 52,000 to win, 53,000 for second.
Pretty spectacular, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Remember that run Ryan Gustin had in the Silver Dollar Nationals? What year was that? 2013? 2013, that great run in the Ed and Cindy Gressel, right? Did he not take a provisional? And he got all the way to the lead, right? And got into a car he was going to lap. Man, that was Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah. Jimmy Owens ended up winning. He said, Gustin went by me. I thought it was over. I said, man, I didn't even know that he was in this race. Well, it's because he started like 40th, so.
Weren't you doing pit reporting for me on that? Yeah, me and you.
That was. Sure, it was 248 degrees at I-80 Speedway that day.
All right, on the restart, the East Orange Holligan restart zone. The Reapers led the first 12 laps, 38 to go. Off at turn 4, back underway in Shelby County.
Devin Moran in second. Nick Hoffman's been turning up the wick. He'll look to the inside of Devin Moran. Lets it slide up the racetrack. Leads Devin a good clean groove off at 2 down the back straightaway. Chasing Ryan Gustin, Devin Moran, Nick Hoffman, Brandon Shepard 4th. Brian Shirley back to 5th. How about Mike Marlar marching on the low side in the 157?
Hoffman digs down low on the bottom. B-Shep always runs well here at Shelby County down the back straightaway in the 4th spot. Shirley 5th. Blair, Marlar, Duty, Dennis Herb, O'Neill to 10th as they come out of turn number 4. Josh Rice 24th to 12th here in the first 14 laps.
Meanwhile, Brandon Shepard to 3rd. Nick Hoffman battles back to the inside down the back straightaway. Now Sheppy up to 3rd. Gustin, Devin Moran, and the one car, Brandon Shepard. That's your Big River Steel top podium right now with 15 down, 35 to go. A long time to go. And Devin Moran starts to close back in on the 19R Ryan Gustin. And as I say that, he gives it away off of turn number 2 as he slips up the racetrack. Meanwhile, that allows Brandon Shepard to move in. Possibly another slider coming from Shelby as he did that to get around Hoffman. Closing in on Devin Moran, working lap number 17.
Down the back straight, it's 1 second the advantage for Gustin. Over Moran, Shepard, Hoffman, Rice, 24th to 11th, up 13 spots. About to get into the top 10, the top rookie in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. First time ever here at Shelby County, but Ryan Gustin looking for his second career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Looking tough here at the Cooney Motorsports 19R.
Man, that top is awful good right now, but they've got almost up to the concrete down off of turn number 4. So turns 1 and 2, a little bit more of the same. Seems like they have a little bit more to work with off of 4. As Gustin has led throughout the first, now 19 laps of this one from the outside front row. Devin Moran, tonight's Bill Stein pole sitter. He sits back in second. Brandon Shepard from 6th up to 3rd. Nick Hoffman 4th. Brian Shirley in 5th.
But they picked up the tail end of the field here, so we're going to race here. The top 3 off of turn 4. Gustin, Moran, Shepard. As they pick up the tail end of the field coming off of turn number 2. Last car on the lead lap is Carson Ferguson. Hoffman pedaling hard in 4th. Now what do? Right now it's top dominant for those drivers. They're going to have to make some moves here to the bottom to the middle.
Well, Gustin hopes that he's going to see a Hellraiser Jack's caution is what he hopes is. He now closes in about 6 car lengths behind Carson Ferguson. Meanwhile, if you're a race fan or Devin Moran or anybody else, you want to stay green though, because it's going to get really entertaining. And Devin Moran pills off the top to the bottom of 3 and 4, but that's going to allow Shepard to close in. And if you're Devin Moran, you got to be careful. You got to bide your time to get there, because if you get off the top too soon, Shelby's going to get you. And now Gustin says, I can't wait. This isn't going to work. 2 for the price of 1 slider through 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Ebert turns back down the hill, but Gustin gets around one of them. Here comes Devin Moran.
Yeah, Moran loses out of turn number 4, but he's there out of 2 down the back straightaway. 2 car lengths for Gustin. 3 back is Shepard. Gustin's going to throw it in on Ebert again as they come out of turn number 4 up the track. It was 0.6 of a second last time around. It remains 0.5 of a second now. He cut a 1/10 of a second off. Now Moran's got a battle with Ebert. Oh, baby, business picking up, and Moran's going to throw it into the bottom. Here they come out of turn 4. They're side by side. Will we have a new leader? We don't. It's still Gustin. It's picking up in Shelby County, Ben Shelby.
Working lap 26. The Hellraiser Jacks halfway mark's come and gone, and Devin Moran setting his sights on Ryan Gustin. Gustin on the top of the racetrack behind Clay Harris. Meanwhile, Devin Moran down low. Will we have a new leader this time? By Gustin says, no, sir, you will not. And now they'll both pill off the top. Gustin through the middle, Moran down low. Gustin slides up the racetrack, loses momentum. Oh, McCowan, the lap car, makes it 3 wide. Wow.
Here comes Hoffman in on Shepard. Brandon Shepard, Nick Hoffman, don't forget about them. Gustin is still led every lap here tonight, somehow, some way, out at 2. Moran down the back straight. It was like Clay Harris, so they got about a lap or so here of space in front of them. Shepard now through the bottom, back to the top, down the main straightaway. Hoffman is 4th, Shirley still 5th, but all eyes up front is Gustin pulling away a little bit, though. Still a ways to go here tonight.
What a job Ryan Gustin did right through their lap traffic. Gives him a chance to breathe, James. 29 laps complete, 21 to go. And now Gustin's got to go back and start calculating again, because he's caught the tail of the field, and they're all in his groove in front of him. Gustin will slide down through the bottom of 3 and 4, throws it in on Blair Nodorf. Nodorf turns it back down the hill, and Nodorf will stay in front of him, but I think Gustin will clear him this time off of 2. Meanwhile, Devin Moran's gone low, Brandon Shepard's gone low, and they're pulling away from Nick Hoffman back in 4th. The top 4 breakaway right now. Laps starting to tick down, though.
Brandon Shepard working the bottom in the 1. Gustin's led every lap here tonight down the main straightaway. 31 complete, still 19 to go. Moran has a little bit of space down the back straightaway. Shepard is there in 1. Hoffman has dropped back, but he's still in 4. Shirley 5th. O'Neill, Blair, Marlar, Thornton from 23rd to 9th in the 20 RT. 10th is Justin Duty.
That time by, the lead stays about 0.8 of a second for Ryan Gustin, maintaining his advantage through lap traffic. Moran and Shepard trying different grooves, working lap 33 of tonight's Malvern Bank Go 50 from Shelby County Speedway. Another slider through lap traffic for Gustin. And man, he's really had to work hard.
Now they go to the outside now. Both Gustin and Moran to the outside as we're going to double up here. Ricky Thornton Jr. 23rd to 8th, now up 15 spots, but he's got a ways to go without a caution. But right now he's the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, the 20RT, and he picks up another spot on Max Blair.
That's on
so
the right.
Thornton 23rd to 7th, Ben.
Yeah, on the right side of your screen. Meanwhile, on the left side of your screen, Devin Moran closing back in on Ryan Gustin. Those two have broke away from Brandon Shepard, and they've got side-by-side lap cars in front of them. Devin Moran starting to move a little lower off the corner, diamonding off the corner, and he's got a big run off of 2 onto Ryan Gustin.
Pospischel and Hilsebeck right in. Moran throws it in at turn number 4, and will he have the lead? No. Gustin still leads.
Oh, man, Ryan Gustin
baby.
doing a great job. Moran's better off of 2, but that time by Gustin gets a better run. Still side-by-side lap cars in front of him, and now Gustin's going to throw it in there. He can't clear Clay Stuckey, though. He'll have to break momentum. That allows Moran to close in on him. 14 laps to go, and it's been Ryan Gustin leading the whole way so far, but, man, it's been far from easy.
This may be 3 years in a row. We got a big one Saturday night, a crown jewel race as we come out of turn number 4. It is Ryan Gustin, Devin Moran right there into turn number 1, nose to tail. Out of turn number 2, Moran looking through the middle, down the back straightaway. Shepard and Hoffman are well back of the half the straightaway. Moran's going to throw it in for the lead on Gustin. He's got it. Ryan says thank you very much. Crossover. Guess what? Gustin still leads in Shelby County. A dandy here down the back straightaway.
11
baby.
laps to go, working lap 40. Gustin thought about going low. Now he'll go to the top. Hilsebeck turns down low. Meanwhile, Devin Moran up in front of him. Gustin turns back down the hill at that time at the line. Your leader, Ryan Gustin, by 0.02 of a second. Now they make contact down in 1 and 2. Gustin and Devin Moran side by side for the lead, leaning on each other off into 3 and 4. Gustin slings it in there. Ryan Gustin not wanting to go away here tonight. Here comes Brandon Shepard catching both of them, James. Just 9 laps to go with Devin, another slider.
Crossover by Gustin. Gustin somehow has led every lap, but they're about to have competition. Here comes the rocket one at the bottom. Moran throws it in. Gustin says, okay, will we have a new leader? No, we do not. It's still Gustin. Somehow, some way, he's led every lap. Here comes Moran down the back straightaway. Here comes the 1. Here comes the 9. Are you kidding me? Shelby County, we love you. Into turn 4, Moran. Will it hold this time? Will it hold this time?
Oh,
they
contact.
touched. They bang wheels into 1. Moran slides up the track. Here comes Shepard down the back straightaway. Gary Hoppy, you love it, man. Great job.
Man.
He was worried about the racetrack. Forget about it. Out of 4, here's the lead. It's still Gustin, Moran, and Shepard. Long green flag stretch. Only 1 caution flag. Shepard on the bottom for the lead. How did he get up there?
They're going to race back to 5 to go. Gustin has to go the binders. They're 3 wide through lap traffic. New leader, Brandon Shepard. Devin Moran goes to 2nd. Gustin back to 3rd. Now Gustin's looked to the inside of Shepard. Out of 2 down the back straightaway. Devin Moran run on the top, James.
PSG, baby.
Oh, man.
PSG. Moran to the outside. Here comes Shepard. Here comes Moran. Gustin, they're side by side. Hoffman is there in 9. Are you kidding me? Down the back straightaway. Nick Hoffman's not done yet. Brandon Shepard's pulling away his 0.5 of a second over Moran at turn number 4.
And now Hoffman's going to go around Devin Moran. Duty out of the party will stay green. Nick Hoffman comes after Ryan Gustin. 2 laps or 3, making 3 laps remain as they work down the back straightaway. Oh, this one's been good, James.
It seems like we've had 5 different leaders, but we've only had 2. Gustin somehow has held on. Hoffman is going to 2nd now. Nick Hoffman to 2nd and 9 as the wind down. Barron's Performance, white flag, 1 lap to go. It's Shepard, Hoffman, Gustin, Moran, Shirley, Thornton 23rd to 6th, but the final lap, Brandon Shepard may end up winning this thing into 1. Go ahead, Ben.
Barron's Performance 1 to go. Hoffman moves down behind Shepard. Gustin in 3rd. Final time off into turns 3 and 4. An ESPN Instant Classic here tonight. The Malvern Bank Go 50. Brandon Shepard gets the win. Nick Hoffman comes home in 2nd. Ryan Gustin 3rd. Devin Moran in 4th. Brian Shirley 5th. Ricky Thornton Jr. 6th from 23rd. And the Flames down in victory lane as Brandon Shepard, 43rd career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win, the best of his career, 8th on the season. Your Midwest Sheet Metal point leader is going to add to that advantage. What a race here tonight. Nick Hoffman 2nd. Ryan Gustin in third, and we may even have a little bit of drama to show down in the pit area.
There you go.
There's a crews agreeing that
it's an excessive heat warning in the infield.
Yeah, down in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, they agreed there will not be Christmas together. I'm guessing probably for the 19R and the 99.
Ben Shelton.
Wow.
Thornton up 17 spots. Josh Rice up 16 spots. Kyle Bronson up 12. Are you kidding me? That's what Gary Hupp said. Are you kidding me? The promoter. He was down. He said, man, after those heat races, I don't know. Now he's fired up.
You want to hear
Shelby County.
Well, yeah, I think we've got some down the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. We had some hot action. If you didn't think it was good, Ken Schrader sent me a text. He said, "Awesome!" exclamation point. Schrader, get her an extra
The way it started and the way it ended. Brandon, where did he come from? I mean, it was.
Well, he started
Gustin
6th, and Anthony Ainsley picked him to win. There'll be no living with Anthony now. Well, coming on third tonight, Ryan Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa.
Led 44 laps, Ben.
Yes, sir. Nick Hoffman comes home in second. Great job by Nick Hoffman out of Mooresville, North Carolina. But Brandon Shepard, the Valvoline Performance Grading, Soyber Calf Ranches, Ace Metal Works, Franklin Enterprises, Fox Shocks, Collins Brothers Towing, Gunners Honey, Performance Concrete. All sponsors on the Styles Marine and Maintenance 5-star race car bodies. Durham Powered Rocket. Your points leader, James, 13 win of the year overall. And Dustin Jarrett, you had a front row seat down there for that one, man. Your third time here to Shelby County Speedway. Is it fair to say that might be the best one so far?
Iowa, baby. That's all I got to say. You know I'm down here relishing it. Hey, Shelby County Speedway, if you like that one, give me a hell yeah. Hey, Shelby County, if you're going to stick around for the IMCA Modifieds and the IMCA Stock Cars, give me a hell yeah. I think they like it. I love this state, man. I love it.
Well, by the way, Shepard started 6th. So no pole show again. So it's unofficially, they go to the Long Acre Racing Product Scale. Shepard, Hoffman got 2nd, passing Gustin there late. Moran 4th, Shirley 5th, Thornton 6th from 23rd, O'Neill 14th to 7th, Rice 24th to 8th, and we only had one caution flag, right?
It was a red.
And it was a red. I believe 24 of the 28 starters finish. Young Hands will be 28th, Bruning 27th, Kosiski 26th, Duty 25th, but no way. Gary Hopp is like, man, I apologize. Did he come up here and
he came up here to apologize?
He apologized. He said, I'm
over.
sorry, man, for this racetrack. And he said, I don't know what's going to happen.
You know, here's the deal. Sometimes you miss it early in the night. And sometimes, let's be honest, if the heats aren't very good, you end up with a burner feature. And sometimes, if the heats are really good, the feature's not going to be that great. Anthony, did you have a good time?
Oh, well, you know, it's the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. I've been here for the last two Kosiski Family 53s up here. The track acted the same way as I saw the last 2 years. Heats, you know, kind of stinkers. It was a game of ring around the rosy, around the low side in the heat races. But when night fell, when the big lights came on and the big bucks were on the line, these guys delivered. And I tell you, nothing short of an absolute dogfight tonight.
Hey, look
Love
at this.
it.
There's a trophy right here, guys, that is going to be on the camera. Hey, Joe Kosiski, you and I talked during that track prep break, man. Is that what you had in mind for a feature race right there?
That's what I had in mind before the track prep.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, excellent racetrack tonight. Great feature.
How about it? Joe Kosiski, ladies and gentlemen. That's good stuff right there.
Hey, Dustin Jarrett.
Yes, sir.
How about Jay Burdick and Malvern Bank, too? I want to give them a shout out, man.
Absolutely.
They do so much to support racing.
Absolutely, Jay. Good stuff, man. Hey, I got him down here, man.
Awesome.
What a great-looking trophy, and thank you for everything you do for racing, brother.
Hey, buddy, I'm just here as a fan, and what a great track, and that was a top 5 race of the year right there. James Essex, top 5 race of the year right there, buddy.
If you don't like that, unfriend all of us, right, Jay?
Absolutely, buddy.
Thank you, Jay Burdick. Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, good stuff, guys. That trophy is going home with Brandon Shepard. He's making his way through the Long Acre Tech and Scale area, guys. While he's doing that, we'll send it back up to you.
Yeah, he's going to be down there. Well, and it's official, DJ and race fans, your winner of the Malvern Bank Go 50. How about it for Brandon Shepard in the Rocket One Racing #1? The third different winner here in his mini Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series events. DJ, he's making his way to All Makes Collision, Victory Lane, a VLAN feature winner with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Take it away, buddy.
I just watched that, and I still am not exactly sure what I watched, to be honest with you. That was Sometimes you drive all year just for races like that. Austin Hargrove down here congratulating him. Joel congratulating him. Dan White down here congratulating him. Mark Richards was down here talking to Joe Kosiski, and this team is running as good as anybody right now. As he's going to get the win in this one. And the box score, as James Essex mentioned, might look like that there was only one lead change and 2 different leaders, but that will absolutely not tell the story in this Malvern Bank Go 50 here this evening. And I expect you guys better blow the roof off this place for the burner that we just saw in that one, as he's going to get the Hoosier neckband on and climb out of this race car. Shelby County Speedway, the winner of the Malvern Bank Go 50 here tonight in Harlan, Iowa. How about it for Brandon Shepard? Pyro going off down here, confetti in victory lane, and Shep's going to come around to the front of the car and grab a word with us. Michaela down here as well. All right, Sheppy. All right. Hey, that was real fun to watch in front of you there for a little while, and then it was like you decided, hell, I'm just going to go ahead and drive around these guys because I'm tired of watching.
No, man, I was getting a hell of a show for sure. They were racing each other really hard there, and you know, I just kept feeling myself slipping in the top, and I knew at some point I was going to try to move down, and no better time when them guys are racing each other like that. And
did you move down intentionally, or did you kind of find that line by circumstance with the way you guys were going through lap traffic?
A little bit of both. I was moving around when they first started racing each other pretty hard. I was moving around trying to see if there was anything in the bottom, because 1 and 2 is, especially for me, felt like I was losing some time up there. And then of course, you know, once we got so deep into lap cars and they kept getting harder to pass on the top, so you know the bottom's starting to do something. And yeah, I just kept feeling some clean spots in 3 and 4, so I knew if I could hit that right, I could get going. But them guys were really good against that cushion, and they could really go there. And yeah, I think I had a little bit different tire combination on than at least Devin, but overall, man, Mark, Dan, Austin, Joel, Steve Baker, everybody, Rocket Chassis, appreciate them guys more than they know, that's for sure. My dad and my grandpa wouldn't be here without them. My beautiful wife and kids, appreciate their support. All these great fans for being out here, sticking out this heat with us, and that was a hell of a racetrack for, you know, what we started the night with. They, you know, I told somebody earlier, I knew they were worried that the track wasn't going to be no good, and I thought, well, you know, I'm not worried about it. I know Gary and all these guys here at Shelby County will work on it, make it race good for the feature like they have year in and year out. So thanks to them for giving us a great racetrack again. Thanks to all my sponsors, Valvoline, Seabrook Calf Ranches, Ace Metalworks, Styles Marina Maintenance, Performance Grading, of course, Petrov Towing, Franklin Enterprises, Collins Brothers Towing, Sunoco Race Fuels, Fox Shocks, Precision Suspension, Durham.
Make sure the kid don't fall down.
He's bound to, for sure. Durham Racing Engines ran really good again tonight. Just can't say enough about Mark and this team and the drive that they have to succeed. And yeah, this thing's just been really good, and we were able to, you know, whether we had the best car tonight or not, we'll never know, but we were in the right place at the right time, and I found the groove before they did, and luckily for me, they were racing each other really hard there. And yeah, last thing, I just want to send some prayers to the Pierce family for sure. Hope just sending them the best well wishes I can give.
Well, I know Bob's watching at home tonight. You hear the crowd up there clapping as well. It looked like one of those nights. It looked like a Brandon Shepard sticking to his game plan kind of night. You talked about finding that groove partially by circumstance, partially not. But those guys were out there just throwing haymakers at each other, and I could about counted the tread in your tires going around the bottom of the track.
Yeah, I knew at the beginning of the race I didn't want to go too hard because, you know, you can hurt your tires here really easily when it's blowing them dry crumbs. So I knew I had to at least be patient for a few laps till we got lined out and it started showing some black. Once it starts showing a little bit of black, it seems like you can lean on your tires a little bit harder. So really wanted to get us lined out before, and then I was just being patient, and when somebody would dive off to the bottom, I would either throw a slider, or just I was in the right place at the right time for a few of those deals where I was able to pass a couple cars early and just put myself in position to be there. So
nice job, man.
Thank you.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Brandon Shepard wins a thriller here tonight at Shelby County, and we're going to go ahead. He's going to get the trophy presented to him courtesy of Jay Burdick from Malvern Bank and all the great folks here associated. Hey, Gary Hopp, great racetrack, brother. Great job, man. Great job on that racetrack.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I was worried, but it was awesome.
All right, thank you, Gary. We'll let you get back over there. We're going to come over here and grab a word with Ryan Gustin. I'm not sure that I have ever seen anybody drive as hard as you drove during that race. I know how bad you wanted it. Walk me through that battle you had with Devin Moran.
I mean, it was just, really full contact late model racing there. It's not the way I try to race. I try to race clean, but man, he didn't really do anything wrong. But just you got to log that stuff in the back of your head when you get ran over time and time again, and just when it's time to give it back, it's time to give it back.
All right, Ryan Gustin, he's on the Big River Steel podium here tonight. Give him a round of applause. One of your own Iowa, and Nick Hoffman down here with the boys, got the NOS energy drink in hand. All right, Hoffman, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Sheppy. How much fun was watching that race? I know you wanted to be up there with them, and you were at the end. How much fun was it sitting back there watching that?
Yeah, hell, it was getting pretty Western up there, and I thought, I looked at the board, and we had about 10 to go still. I was like, we still ain't out of this deal here. So depending on what they were going to do, they were throwing some haymakers, some elbows. It was getting pretty aggressive, but yeah, Sheppy was able to snooker him there and get by him, and then I was a couple laps later, and I felt like I had a decent line, but just wasn't good enough. Once I got clear and got to second, I had to fall back in line behind Sheppy. So our stuff was really good. Don't know what I could have done different, really. It was fast around the top early, and then finally we got to move, and man, that was one of the funnest races I've ran all year. Run second again, it sucks, but yeah, it was just really fun. I mean, this racetrack was badass, and all in all, a good night. So I got to say, our thoughts are with the Pierce family. It sucks that, he wasn't here tonight, and what Bob's going through. He's one of the greatest in our sport, whether it's a crew chief, a driver, or whatever. He was one of the GOATs. So, he's recovering now, and hopefully Bobby will be able to be out here tomorrow and race with us. But yeah, it was just a really fun night. Run second again sucks, but it's good when you run in second to Sheppy. He's obviously a class act and runs everybody clean, and it was a fun race.
I think Roxon needs a microphone. Hey, what'd you think about that? No, yeah, he's going to be shy. Now, is your brother always that shy?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Nice job. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Hoffman in the 9. And how about that one, guys? That was good stuff. And let's just run it back again here this weekend.
Do we have a race recap? I want to see the.
Oh, man.
Officially, it shows Moran led 2 laps. Am I correct?
That's what it shows
on the
in
My Race Pass.
My Race Pass app. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot happening.
Gustin held on as long as he could, right?
Well, let's
man, what a race.
There was a lot of storylines in that one. We went green, and they were riding the top early and often. Ryan Gustin to the lead from the outside front row. Devin Moran in second. Blistering pace out front, and, man, it seemed like we might go clean and green this through lap traffic. And early on, man, Gustin really had to work lap traffic heavy. And a race that was only stopped once by a red flag for Tyler Bruning's wreck. Meanwhile, Ricky Thornton Jr. marches from 23rd to 6th. These two right here, though, there's probably some door panels for sale at trailers tomorrow, and quarter panels, because those two were going at it really hard, really entertaining.
This is why we love dirt late model racing, right? I mean, this is just, and Shepard starts 6th. He worked his way up to 3rd. He gets around Moran, and he's going for the lead right here in the 1 car. They're 3 wide at one point, and just an incredible race. And I mean, just talking to Gary Hopp, he was disappointed. He said, man, I'm sorry. I apologize. No,
apology accepted, Gary. You made up for it, buddy.
You made up for it, my friend. And Brandon Shepard gets the win here tonight.
Yeah,
incredible race.
James, his single season best with Lucas Oil Series, 8 wins, a lot of racing to go. Former Silver Dollar Nationalist champion. He'll start that pursuit tomorrow on top of the Big River Steel podium. Nick Hoffman down there, Ryan Gustin. Dustin Jarrett, I would like your final thoughts that don't include anything about the upcoming IMC stock car feature. What do you got?
Iowa, doesn't disappoint, man. I mean, I'm just telling you, what a show. I think a lot of folks maybe had their doubts, right? Everybody except maybe Gary Hopp and Brandon Shepard there. You heard Sheppy in Victory Lane. Fantastic show. We see it all the time, Ben, and you talked about it as well. A lot of times when the heats are kind of subpar, they go out there, they flip the racetrack, and it widens out top to bottom, and you got yourself a great show. By the way, 2 features still to go. IMCA modified, Shane Paris and Jordan Grabowski on the pole, or on the front row of that one. And the IMCA stock cars, Graybo on the pole and Shelby County on the outside. Welcome back the multi-time stock car champion, Mike Nichols.
He just couldn't stay away from it, James. You knew it was going to happen. Well, James, give me your final thoughts on that main event.
Not Mike Knuckles.
Nope, Mike Nichols. He's won a handful of stock car races.
Yeah, obviously the heat races, we know. I mean, it's 95 degrees, the sun's up, the track, they were on the bottom, and then they went out, reworked it, and we know it got better there in those B mains, especially that second B main where they could run high. But for the third time here, it did not disappoint, and we still got dual heats tomorrow night. They're going to pay $2,000 to win each, and that'll help set the field for the crown jewel race on Saturday night, the Silver Dollar Nationals. I don't care if it's I-80 or here. I mean, it's just a fantastic event.
Well, how about that? Brandon Shepard had a right rear tire go down while in Veland Victory Lane, and there was a puncture in that tire. So, sometimes you really start to notice that once they sit still, that tire goes down. But he gets the win here tonight. We're going to step aside. Coming up next, we got stock car in the modified feature from here at Shelby County Speedway. The action continues on Flow Racing from the 16th annual Al Belt Custom Homes Silver Dollar Nationals. Don't go anywhere.